Welcome to another episode of the Guerrilla Press. We are the Wrestling Dorks. I am John, joined as always straight across from me this week by the talker of talking, Sam. Welcome to the episode, sir.
You wouldn't say it as always if I'm...
Yeah, I know. I fucked it up, but it's all right. Sam is no longer sitting to my left, at least for the time being, until we can afford new microphones. Patreon. Sitting to my left this week is the... What is she?
I mean, I could come up with like 4 different things here. I was thinking here.
Yeah, go for it, yeah. What do you got? Lay it on us. I want to know what you think. He's got 4 names for
I want to know what you think.
I can say this wrong because I don't remember her. She is the... Is it Cindy Crawford to your Lyle Lovett? Is that who Cindy Crawford was
horrible.
trying to?
Yes, but...
Julia Roberts.
Oh, was it Julia Roberts?
Yeah,
it was somebody attractive to ugly Lyle Lovett.
Thank you very much.
And I could probably think of a few other ones, but that's the easiest one I could come up with right now.
Yeah, it's not a good nickname. We'll come up with something better. So let's talk about some wrestling this week. Last week we went off the rails, Sam, and all it did was get us our highest download numbers of all time. So we wouldn't want to go down that route again, would we? We've got SummerSlam happen this week. How much of it did you watch, buddy? It was like 7 hours long.
Slightly over 3 hours.
Congratulations, you made it through half.
No, I did not. That's incorrect. I intentionally decided that I wanted to be into the show.
Okay.
And I'm not going to be in. I don't care if it's the greatest wrestling event of all time. 5 to 11 is ridiculous. I want to be dead.
It is.
So even 6 to 11. Nope, not doing it. 7 to 11. No, I grew up on 3-hour pay-per-views. 3 hours is a good amount of time for an event to keep your attention.
So Sam went 7:45 to 10:45. You missed the beginning and the end of the whole thing.
It was perfect. I was into all the matches that I watched. Nothing. I didn't get tired. I wasn't falling asleep during the main event like some other pay-per-views I've watched.
Right.
And I think I'm never doing a full pay-per-view again.
Really?
I will do.
That opening match was pretty fucking awesome.
I can go and watch that. It doesn't matter. The burnout that it would cause
is not worth it.
It's too much. Wrestling wasn't meant to be a fucking 6-hour show.
It is. I mean, it is a hell of a lot. And knowing that you got to watch, especially for the podcast, you got to watch Raw and SmackDown then the next day. Fucking
some of us do. Some of us work.
Some of us work 2 jobs.
I was just working 38 seconds before I got in here.
Yeah, I was like, Sam, you want to come on inside and record? He goes, oh, I'm outside on a phone call. He's calling customers at 10 o'clock at night.
Hey, they were in Vegas, so it was only 7.
It's still
I was
after
so
working
jealous
hours.
They were in Vegas.
It's still after working hours. So I wrote down some notes. I don't know if you wanted to go through my notes here or just kind of let's go through this overall. If you were to just
I was going to say scrap your list. That's why I didn't even look at it.
Thank you. Once again,
because I know your list was probably fucking scrambled to fuck because you didn't get a chance to watch SmackDown. So I was going to say the easiest way to fucking do this would be let's just go through each SummerSlam match and talk about it. I can't talk about some of the matches because I didn't fucking see them. And I'll be honest about that. I know, and I'm being honest. I didn't freaking see them.
All right, then, let's do it.
All right.
I've got the list of matches. And we got the list,
and we can go through what we picked as well.
List of matches with the picks. JLucky, welcome to the show. You will get a word in every now and then.
Yeah, speak the hell up if you want to be heard.
I'm good.
Okay. Let's go through this just in the order that we have it written down. Did you get to see the Cedric Alexander versus Drew Gulak match?
Hell no, I did not get to see that.
You didn't pick it correctly because you went with your Philly boy.
Yeah, that's right.
So you were already down 1-0 after the first match.
I pretty much figured I was going to lose this whole big thing, but yeah, I was down 1-0. My thoughts were maybe they're like, nobody gives a shit about 205 Live, let's have a title change.
Okay.
But they decided to,
No, keep it on him.
What did you think about how did it go?
It was an okay match. It was a little surprising. I actually thought the Gulak was going to win. I picked Cedric just because, whatever.
Because you're stupid?
Because I'm a moron.
Yeah.
But a little surprising. Moving on, because we don't have much to say about that. Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin in a monstrous squash match.
Yeah,
I'm a moron who picked Baron Corbin.
It was not against Finn Balor. It was against the Demon.
Telling you I should have not lost that.
I loved that he came out as the Demon.
Oh, of course. Now she loves Finn Balor.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
Oh, and I still don't see a big bulge.
Oh, my God.
Don't make me walk out of this podcast 2 weeks in a row.
Just saying. I did look this time, and I noticed nothing.
Oh, she did look.
Well, I did look.
And maybe blended in with the paint on his chest.
Well, that's the problem. For talking about SummerSlam and Raw, he was wearing black tights.
Yeah.
So you couldn't really see his bulge.
I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. Either you have a I don't even want to get into it. And
I have a what?
I don't know. I can't even.
What do you have that
What
makes you
do
not
I
look
have?
intelligent?
She must be some type of size queen or something. Because you can't
queen.
Google anything without it's Finn. Oh, speaking of Finn Balor, I'm on this one wrestling group on Facebook, and apparently there's they call these people like super fans. There was a female. I think her name is Felicia Rose. She was thrown out of SummerSlam. I think she got thrown out of Raw the next night. She's known, and her group is known for like bringing around like signs that the WWE doesn't want you to have.
Oh, really?
So one of her signs like has said like Finn-ish on my face.
And, my!
And like they're all mostly directed towards like Finn Balor.
Finn Balor's crotch.
Right. Yeah.
Her sign should just say Jay Lucky has never seen Finn Balor's crotch.
Right,
That should be her next sign.
To the wrestling aspect of it, you like the Demon. I think everybody likes the Demon. We all like the Demon. The problem is, if he can't lose as the Demon, which he hasn't in WWE, maybe in NXT, I think he might have.
He might have. I don't remember.
But WWE isn't. Why the fuck the next night on Raw wouldn't he be the Demon against Roman fucking Reigns?
Why wouldn't you just paint yourself as the Demon every single time? It was pretty arousing to see him. Exciting to see him come out as the Demon, but
You could say arousing. You were pretty aroused.
It was pretty damn arousing. I was immediately throwing my hands in the air, going, "I wouldn't have picked Corbin. I wouldn't have picked because I would not have picked Corbin.
This isn't fair. It's not fair."
So really,
while you were crying.
So basically, I won the bet.
You know what Corbin should have done once he saw the Demon was there? He should have removed his jacket and became regular Corbin, not Constable Corbin.
Taking off his waiter jacket
or whatever the vest
that he wears,
and grow his hair back real quick.
Yeah. But he's now, let's talk about it. He's now the interim GM of Raw. Apparently, Kurt Angle's been given a leave of absence.
Yes, I like it.
I do too. I like the heel GM.
I mean, and I like that nobody actually like really cheers him.
Yeah.
So it's hard for a
true
heel to
asshole.
say, right. Everybody
exactly.
really does hate him, which is great.
It is. There's so few of them.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody boos you when you go walk into places.
I know.
I've gone to bars with you where you walk in and people go, what are you doing here? Get out of it! Like literally,
like Roman says, it's a reaction. As long as
you brought us to the Q Club, and remember, like we were like on the shit list immediately.
It wasn't you were. I was on the shit list because of what I did to get you guys in.
Yeah,
but
you're just like you're just bad news.
It's a fucking club. Why can't I fraudulently sign somebody else's name to sign you guys in?
Yeah, I remember feeling like an asshole. Like I didn't know Sam was doing illegal shit to get us in here.
Oh, you're so worried about a fucking little social club, Mr. Never Break the Law.
I don't break laws. I don't.
You don't break laws. Yeah, your friends do though.
My friends. Oh yeah, I have a friend, a very rich, powerful friend who I thought was rich and powerful, who is no longer. And who's it thanks to? This guy.
The Hounds.
For any of you, our longtime listeners, you guys have you heard about who were supposed to go to WrestleMania, and it was all it all fell apart. Well, the guy who ruined our trip for us, fucking going to jail.
Well,
no, nothing's happening.
One can only hope.
Nothing's happening.
He pleaded guilty to some charges that could lead up to 30 years in jail time. We'll see. Well,
let's hope he gets at least 30.
I'm hoping for 5 to 10 years.
I'm hoping for at least a day. I just want him to just go to jail. That's just, I don't know why. I'm sorry.
He broke your heart.
People, I wonder if people think like I'm an asshole because I turned against my friend so fast. Listen, wait, hear me out. I gotta tell you something. If you're my good friend. Yeah. If you suddenly are now stealing millions of dollars from people, you're now an asshole to me. You can't be my friend anymore. Good work. There's a little button on the side of the phone there.
It's turned on now.
Oh, okay. But yeah, if you decide to be like a swindler, you're out. You're out of my club. What do you think? No?
No, I agree.
You would turn against your friends? I'm sorry. My friends, I assume, would have the same...
The thing is, though, it's not even like he talked to you or confided in you or told you anything. Like, he completely just lied to your face and left it at that.
It wasn't like he's just a criminal and con artist. He was conning you, too. It wasn't like you were in on it. That'd be a little bit different.
Yeah, that would be way different.
But, yeah, I mean, so, by all means, if I turn out to be some sort of...
some kind of mastermind. Yeah, you've been pretending to be poor and fat this whole time.
Yeah, you have my full. But
it's not even like he lied to you about personal stuff too, like his brother dying.
Yeah. Full approval. Come on here and blast me, all right? And by the way, if I robbed the bank, the way I would do it was probably I'd walk in with no weapon at all and just be like, "Can I have some money, please?" I would go to fucking jail.
Yeah, you would, because you're not a rich,
and you know
rich
what
old
else?
white man.
Most other people would fucking go to jail too. The people that go into a bank and whatever and hold them up with not a gun, nothing, they're going to jail.
Yep.
This is some fucking guy sitting at a desk stealing $1 million or close to $1 million from customers. He should fucking go to jail.
Yep. I know we're being extremely inside here, but if you guys want to hear any details about the story, go into PennLive.com. There is an article on there about a banker who stole nearly $1 million. And it is a former, very, very, very close friend of mine. So close.
And part of this podcast, because he was our ticket to a once-in-a-lifetime trip of WrestleMania.
Yep.
So that's how it ties all back to wrestling.
It
We're
does.
not just going off on some tangent.
Yeah, he was going to take us to WrestleMania, but I'm not going to name names or do anything. But again, PennLive.com. You can get the article. Check it out. Let us know what you think. Okay, Braun versus KO, talking about the other squash match of the night. I was happy with this squash. What did you think? Well, you and I both picked KO, and once this went down, I knew we were fucked, and we were not winning this pick thing. When Braun won
You two are dumb.
Oh.
It's fair.
How the heck could Braun not win?
Because, disqualification, count out, any number of things.
Of course, he would plan for a cheap victory. That's
Yes.
how he gets most of his
Yes.
victories. I was just thinking they would come up with a way to get Kevin Owens a win. You know, whether it's by weaponry, whatever, dastardly deeds.
Dastardly deeds I'm down with.
It is Braun Strowman.
And I had to pick Kevin Owens if I really, at the end of the night, was saying that Kevin Owens is going to cash in and that's going to be the ultimate swerve and maybe Heyman's involved. No, so I was fucking wrong. And what happened? A squash match. Not happy with it.
Oh, you didn't like it?
No.
Huh. Do you think they should have just... Do you think Braun winning was the right choice?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
But, I mean... Kevin Owens looked like...
Well, yeah, you look at buffoon.
Yeah, and I understand it's Braun Strowman, and just like in the other match, maybe you can say Corbin gets off a little easy because it was against the Demon. But, I mean, it made sense to me only if they were going to... And again, maybe that's what they wanted you to think, oh, it was a quick match so Braun can cash in later tonight. But Kevin Owens now is going to need some repairing.
Oh, so absolutely.
We'll see. I mean, you're building Braun. I get that as this amazing force, but yeah, I was not cool with a 90-second squash with Kevin Owens getting zero offense.
Yeah, he had absolutely nothing. I actually missed almost the entire match because I was still preparing our nachos. I think at that point, and I missed almost the entire thing.
Fat guy preparing nachos and missing the match.
Oh, look at that! Yeah, fat guy eating food, which you don't do anymore. How's the diet going?
I do eat food.
You bullshit. You eat food.
The diet's going good. I'm down about 10 pounds.
Look at that.
Oh.
You both have a lot of food to eat. Just saying.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Yeah. But so Sam's down 10 pounds. Did you notice it?
Not after he.
Did you notice when he
I'll be fine.
Oh, did you notice when he walked in the room how svelte he is nowadays?
I'll be fine.
Just admit it. Say yes, of course, Sam. He can't hear me right now.
Of course, Sam.
I know. I heard my diet is your stupid diet.
Yeah,
your diet is stupid. Once you start eating, you're gonna gain it all back.
I am eating. I'm just not
once
eating
you eat carbs again.
I'm gonna slowly introduce them back in.
You know what the funny part is?
So when I do a diet, it's stupid. But when people are, I'm gonna count this many calories. That's okay.
As long as you're eating all your nutrients and getting all your...
This is the guy with high cholesterol eating only meat.
That's only meat. I had a salad today for lunch, and dinner I had a little bit of lamb.
Lamb. That's meat.
Yes, that's meat. But I'm not saying I'm only eating meat. I just can't down a fucking pizza.
You know, if it was an animal, it has cholesterol.
Yes.
That's the way to look at it.
I understand.
Oh, you know that?
I'm trying to
lose
some weight first.
Yeah. Then next year, you know what his thing's
cholesterol's
going to be.
important. That's your heart.
His thing's going to be cholesterol next year is what it's going to be. And then he's going to balloon up, but he's going to be eating healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to be a healthy fat man.
I like how some people on diets are able to judge others on their diet. Oh,
I'm not on a diet. I've eaten so many burgers in the last few days. It's unbelievable.
I mean, they might be turkey burgers, but they're still burgers.
Yeah.
You're so stupid eating turkey. You think it's going to do
I did feel bad telling you your diet was stupid.
Yeah,
I mean, it's unhealthy, but I understand why you're doing it.
I am full of energy, aren't I, tonight?
You've got a lot of meat. You have a lot of meat energy in
Don't
you.
I normally come in and I'm just like...
Did you say meat energy?
He has meat energy.
Meat energy.
Don't you think he has meat energy?
He loves meat energy.
Oh my gosh.
So
yes, is that why you got here late? You were getting your meat energy.
No, I was here late because you fuckers need to always start late. I'm an early guy now. I go to bed early.
It seems like you're late now. You're eating lambs. You're eating all the animals in the world.
I used to go to bed at Wells Fargo. I would be up every night till about 2 a.m. And now every night I'm usually asleep by 11:30, except for this night.
So you get one. It's your late night with us.
Yes, yes.
So
I still might be able to make it to bed.
It turns into a pumpkin in about 54 minutes.
Yes.
So we got to get this thing moving.
Tired.
So you won the Andrade and Zelina match.
Yeah.
Way to go.
I'm so proud of myself.
Yeah. Tell us what happened on SmackDown then.
Oh, so they rematched and Rusev won.
Oh, so 50-50 booking.
Well, yeah, I mean, but Andrade and Zelina have been dominating the feud. They won the singles matches.
Okay.
They won and on SmackDown, which was nice, very nice. Guess who helped out for the victory? Aiden English helped out and got them the victory.
Ooh, I like it.
It's either like making us think, or maybe they're like, you know what? People really like these guys. Let's keep them together.
That's pretty good.
But
I like
when does WWE actually listen to
now, don't act like you're all smart. You picked them because you like Zelina Vega. It had nothing to do with...
Oh, yeah. Like, Lana, I would just say, get away from me.
You should. She doesn't do it anymore, I'm telling you. That commercial, that Dollar General commercial with all those eye rolls, it's no good.
Man, you get tired of women quick. You better watch out.
No, this is a good one over here. It's a good one to your right, my left.
She's more Lana than Zelina.
She is more Lana than Zelina, but I think Lana's got more staying power. Zelina's just your flash in the pan little...
Wait, you just switched?
I'm back to Lana now.
All of a sudden.
Yeah. B team.
Were you being kicked under the table?
B team holds. No, she's hurt. She's like flipping her feet around because she's cold. B team versus the Revival. B team retains.
That was in the first.
And the Revival. Yeah. You picked the Revival, you dumbass.
Yeah.
But I gotta tell you, you really fucking tanked on your picks. Yeah, you did really terrible.
Guess what? I didn't look at the odds for all the matches
before
we did it.
I didn't pick based on the odds.
I don't get JLucky won fair and square because I know she's not a dork looking at the odds.
I didn't pick.
I didn't even know they have odds out there.
They do.
You should because
I don't look at them anymore because a lot of times it spoils the winner.
It's not. No. You think I'd give a fuck about the odds of the B team?
Tripping over his words.
I always trip over my words.
That's true.
I'm not a good announcer.
He hasn't called you like Jill yet or something.
Maybe it's coming.
Jill Lucky. Yeah. All right, so Bludgeon. We all picked the Bludgeon Brothers.
We didn't even cover that.
Yeah, because you apparently don't give a shit. You'd rather make fun of me than talk about the actual match.
I didn't see the goddamn match at SummerSlam. It was in the first 3 hours.
Well, there's nothing to talk about.
Well, what happened?
I don't know. The B team won.
Maybe you didn't see the match.
There was like 15 hours of wrestling between then and now. I don't remember.
Well, you see, they both lost their singles matches the following night.
Yeah, and I saw the one thing I want to talk about. They had their little run-in with the Miz in the back. Then later on in SummerSlam. Mm-hmm. And he's like,
I'm loving their interactions.
Go fetch my car or whatever. And they were like,
Yeah, I'm loving those interactions.
Yeah, you love it.
I hate that fucking B team song. I hate that they go and do their chant. I think it's meant to make them look stupid.
Oh, sorry, everybody.
Oh, now whose phone is it not turned off now?
Oh, mine is. We have a flash flood warning around here.
Yeah, I know. Plus, it came up 2:15 a.m.
Yeah, until 2:15. That's a long damn time for it to be raining.
I don't know where you guys are listening to us, possibly India, we're not sure. But this summer in Pennsylvania, the eastern part has been the rainiest summer I can ever remember in my life.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad.
Yeah, it's awful.
It's like we're living in fucking terrible Seattle.
Yeah.
Oops.
With not all the coolness of Seattle.
Oh, yeah. Whoops.
Yeah.
Sorry about that for our Seattle listeners.
There's at least 2 of them that I know.
So we all picked the Bludgeon Brothers, and the New Day technically won by disqualification.
Right.
And then they won tonight on SmackDown.
Yeah, why? What do you think was the point?
I don't know what the drawing out of it. Maybe because they didn't want to have too many title changes in one night. Because you figure IC title, Universal title,
okay, I'm buying it.
Women's title, like both women's titles. So maybe it's just too much.
Extend it to the next night.
So you kind of keep interest because it was the main event.
Maybe it would get glossed over on. That's a good point.
I'm making points over here. What do you think of that?
I'm kind of tired as a whole of New Day.
Well, I was kind of tired of Bludgeon Brothers because they don't do anything except for just
you
walk.
know me, I'm an Usos man. Usos and the Bar to me are far and away the 2 best tag teams on SmackDown.
There's no doubt.
They should just have a match.
Bar.
Oh my
Come on, woman, do the bar thing.
They should have a match every week.
No.
I'm doing the bar hand gesture.
I'm under a blanket.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of summertime, JLucky's under a blanket right now. It's the middle of August.
The ceiling fan's on.
I told you to turn the fan off.
No, I'm just going to use a blanket.
Unbelievable.
Speaking of having a blanket on, cold, whatever, today at fucking work, I sweat my fucking balls off. I mean, remember I told you how they keep it normally 74, which I think is ridiculous?
Yeah, that's hot.
Oh, I love that. I love my office is 74.
Yeah, I'm telling him, like, it's not right. So I was like, I told him before, it should be 71 or 72. Like, we're making calls and talking on the phone all day, and I'm like, I'm sitting there, like, dying. I need to have energy. I need, it should be a little cooler. So anyway.
I thought you had energy from your diet.
He didn't have his meat energy. He didn't come till he ate the lamb.
When you're inside and 70-something degrees. So anyway, it stopped working, arguing. It was 79 degrees.
Ooh, that's rough.
Right,
inside. This is back when we were like Wells Fargo. Oh, remember when it broke for a while?
They just like opened the doors. They're like, "You're fine now."
Yeah, and they're like, they didn't expect well, you can go home and use your PTO. I'm like, it's fucking 80 degrees inside. I was like, why the hell would we like sit here? We had a job where we wore long pants.
Yep.
This job I can wear shorts, and I was dying. I thought it was my diet, by the way. I asked Keenan, the guy I work with that sits behind me. I was like, dude, are you, like, sitting there sweating? I was like, he's like, yeah, dude, I'm dying. I went, oh, thank God. I thought something was wrong with me. I went over and checked the thermostat. That's when I saw it was 77. I was
oh, my God.
I went up, I was like, what's going on? So I hit the thing down to 69. And the guy's like, that's not going to do anything. It's not working. I was like,
so you would love that if it was
tons
77.
of ball sweat.
77, you eat some swamp ass.
Oh, I mean, yeah, probably when there was so much ball sweat.
Oh.
77 degrees is going to just create ball sweat. That's what it does.
Do you know about ball sweat?
Not
it's a
really,
thing.
but
it's
I know
pretty
it's
awful.
pretty gross.
Well, to me, the swamp ass is what gets me. The ball. I don't know about ball sweat. I don't know if I necessarily feel like dripping down.
Ball sweat, like ball and thigh sweat.
That's what I consider swamp ass.
Now to me, swamp ass is more like in the ass.
Yeah.
Nah, see, I just kind of anything like south of the border. I just kind of
that
assume.
would mean that chicks can't get swamp ass if you're associating with balls.
I don't know. I just assume anything south of my belly button that's sweating is just. I just call that whole thing swamp ass.
Well, I think I'm just saying the balls were really it was too hot for them.
I believe it. All right, moving on. So only JLucky picked Rollins, and this was where the tide started to turn.
Probably because she wants to have intercourse with him.
Except for the fact that she hated what he was wearing.
Wasn't that like a superhero thing? Somebody told me.
It was blue and gold. He looks stupid. I hate it.
She was flipping out.
I don't know superheroes, but somebody told me it was like Thanos. I don't know.
Is that why he wore it?
That was like his like motif for it.
I had no idea. I didn't understand why.
No, he needs to go back.
He beat Dolph. Well, now he's gonna be wearing the Shield stuff, which we'll get to. But he beat Dolph clean in the middle of the ring because Dean Ambrose was out there, gave a dirty deeds to my boy, and I guess he's gonna hang on to the title. I really thought that he was gonna move up into the world title picture, but apparently not. He's just gonna stay with the Intercontinental Championship. I don't quite know what.
He can't move up. And we'll talk about that more. There's a certain reason
There's
he can't
a certain big dog that's blocking him.
But yeah, I guess so. Now, here's my thought. I guess it's gonna switch because for this whole thing that Dolph has been the guy doing the matches and having Drew support him. I think now they took this strap off of Ziggler, and it's going to be McIntyre, and especially after the next night on Raw where they had Dolph lose
that's true.
to Dean. And by the way, that match was pretty good, and I love the finish where Dolph went for like the tornado DDT.
Oh yeah,
and his new strength, he threw him off and hit him with right into the dirty deed. So sweet, but I think now Drew McIntyre is going to. The next couple weeks start to have matches and start to have Dolph helping him.
That's a good idea, and that way Drew gets pushed to the moon, and then he gets the world title, and then the WWE linear fucking world championship and the U.S. title, and he just becomes the greatest champion of all time. Because he's pretty much the best ever.
There's some roadblocks there.
I think you're off a little bit.
No, I don't think I am.
I think you are.
What were our picks on that match?
Well, she picked Rollins, and you and I picked Ziggler because we're idiots. Yeah. Because we didn't see the swerve, the Shield thing and all that shit the next night.
I thought Dean was going to come out.
Wow. Do you think? Let's talk about the Shinsuke and Jeff Hardy thing. Did anything happen in that match? Was that a match that happened?
See, and this is terrible that you say that because fucking Jeff Hardy at.
Oh, I know. You're talking about the swanton on the apron.
Yeah,
that was nuts.
Says like,
but this match just gets
beat
lost.
Up to fuck. And he's doing. I mean, he really doesn't need to be doing that at this point anymore, but he still does. I don't know if he really just wants to please the fans that much. And I guess kudos from that. But at his age and how much wear and tear he has on his back, I think he should probably. I know SummerSlam, somebody brought it out, but tonight on SmackDown he was he's doing swantons and dives through tables for Orton.
Yeah,
they had a nice little brawl tonight on SmackDown.
Was it good? It was good shit.
Orton again put his finger into Jeff's ear hole in the gauge.
That's his thing.
And Then Jeff got out of it and ended the match with, like, I believe it was a low blow. And then they just brawled, and Jeff got the best of it.
Oh, nice.
I'm not liking the finger in the ear hole.
Yeah.
I think it's good for a heel because they show reactions, like people in the crowd are like squirming. I mean, he's not really going to rip it open.
That'd be crazy.
Oh, I know, but it's just, I don't know. It seems stupid.
Well, I mean, I imagine it'd be pretty painful if he really was applying.
If he was actually pulling on it, yeah.
Yeah, but if he's going to do that every time.
That's the only thing I don't like about it is that it's twice. I mean, if he's going to keep doing it
the first time he
over,
did it, it was like a major shock factor.
Yeah,
like,
now
oh
it's just
my
like,
God.
oh, he's doing that thing
At
again.
this point.
Yeah, I guess.
Now I think it's kind of
the past
old.
doesn't count. Let's talk about Becky, Charlotte, and Carmella. Because I'm amazing and picked Charlotte, and you dumbasses picked Becky.
Becky should have won.
We picked Becky, and we were right, but we were wrong because the story of the match ended up being Becky.
This is true.
So
but yeah.
They went a different way than we thought. But this is I'm like picking Becky. She's finally get that big push. She lost, but she is getting the big push.
And now is she an asshole? Now is that the idea?
So I'll fill you in on tonight's SmackDown.
Thank you.
So
we
saw a turn. We saw a turn. Obviously, everybody saw a turn at SummerSlam because it was in the last 3 hours of the show. So, yeah, and of course WWE because they have no foresight at all. Becky turns on Charlotte, and the fans eat it up. They love it.
Yeah.
They're cheering Becky like crazy. She gets a huge pop. They're telling Charlotte she deserves it when she's laying down on the ground.
Yep.
And here's the thing, like, why isn't there more booking like on the fly? Why? Because they went into this saying, why can't that's what I love about wrestling. It's on the fly. It's hard. Why can't the next night they say, gosh, guys, did you see that reaction? Why don't we make this go the other way? But now Becky came out tonight, cut a heel promo, and she did good. Don't get me wrong, she did good. It was a good heel promo. But both, I felt, again, and you don't always agree with me here that they're doing this, but Becky came out to a very muted reaction to another Brooklyn crowd, and I'm pretty sure the mics were cut for both their entrances because Charlotte, when she came out, she did not get, it was, again, like, quiet, and I knew it wouldn't be quiet. So then after their entrances, whatever, you could hear Becky was being cheered all through her promo, and she had to, like, tell them basically, like, where were you? You know, you didn't stand by me the whole time.
Right.
Where was
she had to
this?
do that, the heel promo
you know,
thing,
and she made a good point, you know, kind of, but they're solidly behind Becky in this, and it's not necessarily because they hate Charlotte, I don't think. It's just because they really want Becky to get a chance. To, you know, Becky's
she should have a chance.
You think?
Yes. She is a good wrestler. She's like, I don't know.
She's fire.
She is.
I agree.
I'm
telling you, I know why they're not turning certain people heel anymore. Because they fucking sell T-shirts, and they're the face of the certain division. Like, Charlotte is the face of the women's division, if you don't count Ronda Rousey. She's not going to turn heel. Roman Reigns is not going to turn. These people
Charlotte's going to turn
they're
heel.
Not going to be turned heel.
You don't think Charlotte would turn heel?
She will. She's a natural heel.
This was the perfect opportunity to do it, and they didn't fucking do it.
Long time until WrestleMania.
I'm just telling you, like, there's certain people right now that are because it's like a sales thing. It's not about the wrestling storylines. It's about selling shit and, like, going to Make-A-Wish bullshit. Not that Make-A-Wish is bullshit. I'm just saying that
Oh, my God. I was going to say that was terrible.
But, you know, it's about sending Charlotte to Make-A-Wish. And you're not going to send her if she's an asshole on TV.
Steph's an asshole on TV and a boy, and she shows up in every single...
Well, Steph puts her... Come on. So I think that's why they don't turn these certain people heels, because they are out there shaking babies and kissing hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they had the thing tonight, and they did a whole big pull apart at the end. A women's pull apart. So that's how it ended with the whole roster coming out and breaking them apart.
The women's roster, though.
Yeah. Charlotte came out in the middle like of Becky's promo and was like all mad and basically like said, "Let's go out." Took off her jacket and came running into the ring, and they went at it.
So I mentioned it. Rousey destroys Bliss. She did the whole fake broken arm thing because Bliss has the double jointed thing with her arm. This was the right move, right? Put the title on Rousey now.
Yeah, she's money.
I agree.
She absolutely is. She's not turning heel. She's going to stupid Make-A-Wish things. So.
Well, you covered yourself before. And you called it stupid.
I said that with a twinkle in my eye.
Like I explained to you earlier, they can't see the twinkle.
Oh, fuck.
They're just thinking asshole.
Yeah.
They think, well, this guy would be a good heel.
I just play one on TV.
Yeah. Rousey, I mean, this is where they're going to make their money.
And the next logical thing is her versus Steph, right?
I can't. I mean, I know she did that, but I guess they could. That'd be probably horrendous.
You think about it.
Technically,
nobody.
Steph will book herself in.
Yeah, she will. Nobody on the women's roster technically would stand a chance against Rousey if you think about it.
Yeah.
So why not put her? Why not put her in there with Steph when she can destroy her and they can do awesome promos and stuff back and forth? So I think why not? I mean, what are you gonna do? Put her in a program with Bailey? I mean, fuck, give me a break.
Well, right now they can't. But where's Nia been? You know.
She's been on Luke Gallows.
Oh, yeah. Well, did you see that whole big thing?
Yeah.
It was just a big joke.
Aww.
The next day, he's like, I'm sad to announce that through trials and tribulations, we've broken up. Like, it was all just a big...
So they just had a one-night stand is what you're saying.
I think it was just Luke Gallows had no match in SummerSlam and was like, fuck this, me and Nia...
We're going to make news.
They both had no match, nothing to do, so they probably were like, let's just put out that we're dating.
And the internet went wild with it. Okay.
What did you think about the match itself? I know it was a squash.
It was a squash, and I liked that it was a squash. I mean, if any match was going to be a squash, it should have been that and the Braun match. I mean, it made complete sense. So they did it right, and they did it right the next night on Raw too. Really, just
she got quite the.
The one thing I wrote down though was the fucking Bellas. So what are the Bellas doing out? I mean,
are they celebration?
Are they representing the women's division now?
Well, the room. When you said Steph, the rumor is that it's Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey at Evolution. That was the plan, and that's why they were in the ring.
JLucky made a face to that. That was.
Oh my god!
Why did you make a face to that?
No.
Wait. You're saying no.
No.
Hold on.
I'm saying no.
Doesn't your daughter love Nikki Bella?
Yeah, she loves Nikki Bella. However, Nikki sucks.
This is great. This is why we have you on the podcast. I love hearing that. My daughter loves Nikki Bella, but Nikki Bella sucks. This is like when I went to WWE at Reading and driving out. I was just down the window. I'd be an asshole. People are going to say it. All these little kids are coming out, and I'm just saying, Roman sucks. Roman sucks. Oh, it felt so good. It was fun about wrestling.
It is. And do you remember, JLucky, the promo the Bellas did when they were back in the back talking in the microphone?
Yes. I do remember, the whole promo,
they were
it was
really,
totally
they were
awesome.
incredibly annoying, and we weren't sure what they were trying to do, if they were trying to change the way is this how they talk now? Is that how they talk on Total Bellas? I don't even know. Yeah, I don't watch that shit. But
I don't know. They sounded so
They weren't getting us to watch their dumb show, I'll tell you that much.
And it was definitely more Nikki than Brie.
Well, of course, because Brie's better than Nikki.
Oh, definitely. And for those people that are like, oh, you shouldn't be saying stuff to the little kids or the friends. Listen, I remember watching wrestling as a small child.
Yeah.
It was a pay-per-view I can remember. It was Hogan versus Undertaker, and there were some adults there, and they were cheering for the Undertaker. And I didn't understand it at the time. I was 9, 8, whatever the hell it was at that age when they had that match. But I totally get it now. And and
the people you like as kids, you're gonna grow up.
There
and
were
be
adults.
Like,
I remember a pay-per-view when I was a kid cheering for Flair when he was a heel.
Yep.
The thing is, though, when my daughter watches, she loves Nikki, but she also can admit that Nikki's not the best wrestler. She just likes Nikki.
It's like her attitude or something like that.
Yeah,
it's
because she also she wants Becky to win. She likes Becky Lynch. She likes a lot of the female wrestlers, but Nikki just happens to be her favorite. But she's also one of the first ones that when she first started watching wrestling, she was one of the first ones that
the only action figure she has too is the Nikki Bella.
And at that time she was on Cena literally, so she got all the WWE promotion.
She was out all the time.
Yep. Right. That's true.
So that's her first But she can also admit that.
Next time I see her, I'm going to ask her, and I bet she won't admit it. She'll say she's the best damn wrestler in the world.
No, she won't.
And then I'm going to play this podcast for her.
No, don't play the whole
thing.
Break
her dreams.
Don't play the whole thing. This podcast is not appropriate for children. Ever. I mean, last week we talked about you unhooking your bra with one hand. Did you try it, by the way?
No, I really still don't care.
I
still have no desire.
Because we talked about it. I thought maybe because we talked about it, you'd be like...
Nope. Still no desire.
See, if you guys talked about something that I could do on the podcast that I never did before, I'd be like, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot just in my private time. And then I'd report back.
I don't...
So you don't have any...
I have no desire to unhook my bra one-handed.
She'd never have to.
I am aware of that, but I just thought...
unless she was getting herself into a lesbian relationship, then that skill would help.
Oh yeah, see,
obviously no, she would unhook
somebody else's bra.
Explain that to you.
Yeah, thanks. All right. Well, I didn't think that you wanted to do it. I just thought you'd be like, well, that sounds like
Once I start practicing for my lesbian relationship, then I'll start practicing.
Okay. All right. Well,
right now, for myself, I'm fine two-handed.
Two-handed?
Because, she'd have to get that chick's tunes out.
There you don't want
got the tunes in for
Don't want the pontoons. Keep them under wraps.
Oh, my goodness.
Miz versus Daniel Bryan. That was a really good match. You guys picked The Miz, and I picked Daniel Bryan. I really thought...
That was my...
It was Dastardly Deeds. I don't know how I did not go with Miz by Dastardly Deeds.
That was my lock of the night, was Miz. Now, I did listen to an awful podcast that the Miz was on. I'm serious. Ringer, I think, put up a link or whatever, and they're like, check out this podcast. Like, the Miz is on it, and he talks about the betting on SummerSlam. So I tuned in, and this is the only line that I heard, and they were like, Miz, you're favored minus 160 plus 140, which is a slight favorite. And he didn't understand how betting even worked, he said, or whatever. And I was like, damn. I was like, if I was betting on this, I would go lay the house on Miz if I could get minus 160, because they're not throwing away this feud yet.
Right. Oh,
and
absolutely.
If Daniel Bryan won, it's like, okay, what's the point?
It's kind of, yeah.
So this was done. The match was good.
The match was
physical
really good.
as all hell. The welts on their body.
Yep.
No,
it was really good. And Miz proved that he can go in the ring. It's not like he doesn't wrestle a cowardly style. And I know that was the point of the whole storyline, is that he was going to prove that he doesn't wrestle.
Oh, he wasn't cowardly with the brass knucks.
That's not. That is cowardly.
That's what I said.
Oh. Yeah. No, but I meant all the welts and the jumping around and all that stuff. He can hang. He doesn't just do soft DDTs.
No, he's gotten a lot better. I mean, he's not a Daniel Bryan level of performer, but
yeah, you're right. He doesn't have a broken neck and wrestling bingo halls. You're right.
But it was a good match. They acted like they truly do, despise each other the way they were laying those shots in there. And that's what we want to see, and it got the perfect ending. So now we have more tonight. Miz came out and announced he tried it. He's a great talker. Don't get me wrong. He should have done a better job of acting tonight. He came out and he tried to cry and say because of an injury he sustained last night, he was forced to retire.
Oh.
And it was so clear, obviously, that he wasn't going to, and his fake crying, whatever. But he's like, I'm forced to retire. And then he's like, from ever wrestling Daniel Bryan again. So now that they had to set up, Maurice talked shit on Daniel Bryan, and Brie Bella came out, and they have a mixed tag at probably Hell in a Cell or something.
I guess I'm okay with that being a lower level pay-per-view.
Oh, Hell in a Cell is lower level?
The pay-per-view is.
Probably, B level.
Yeah, B level.
Yeah.
It's no Great Balls of Fire, but it's...
Yeah, Great Balls of Fire is a Q level pay-per-view because of the fucking name.
Let's talk about how the amazing Samoa Joe won, and I picked him to win. He won via DQ, but I knew he was going to win no matter what because he's Samoa Joe, and I'll be your daddy tonight. When he said that, how aroused. I think I came off my chair at least a full 2 inches. It was awesome.
He thinks he came.
Yeah, he stopped. I thought he was going to stop just
So did I. He just kind of paused for a second.
Samoa Joe is so fucking good.
I want to moving forward on these picks. I'd like to state for in the future on championship matches, we should say basically retains or doesn't retain. Not win or loss, because it's bullshit on fucking getting a win off that. I knew fucking Samoa Joe wasn't getting the strap there.
Why? What? We talked beforehand that I thought it would be a great idea for Styles to chase Joe. But whatever. Joe wins, and my God, is he good?
And you need to catch up on SmackDown tonight because Joe came out and attacked AJ Styles during an interview he was giving, choked him out in the coquina clutch, and all the way out where Styles was unconscious. And then he took the mic and looked into the camera and was like, "Wendy!" It was
oh my God.
And he was like, AJ's been making a lot of promises. Saying he's going to be coming home and tucking the kids to sleep. Oh. Looks like Daddy already went to sleep or something like that.
Isn't great?
Yeah. Joe's really good. And I mean, he gets a little bit of cheers too. And he's playing a fucking hardcore asshole bad guy right now. But it's hard. The performance he puts in, at this, you respect it. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. You love him too, don't you? Come on, you gotta admit he's a good bad guy.
He's a good bad guy.
You really hate him, and you want to hate him. You want to see him lose.
I do hate him.
And you want to see him lose.
And I do want to see him
lose. And you hate how fat he is. I understand. We understand how she hates fat guys.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
I do not hate fat guys.
I know. How does this feel being
sandwiched
between two hunks of meat?
It's so hot.
Arousing. I'll take that. I don't even care if it was sarcastic. I'll take it.
You're not good at telling when she's faking things.
Yeah.
Oops, I shouldn't laugh.
Stop laughing. Stop laughing about that.
I like this new dynamic to the show.
Yeah, the fans seem to be okay about it. Next week, you're off. You're out of here. Go back to sleep. Roman Reigns wins the Universal title, and you were...
Is that the last one?
That's the last one. Yeah, we got it.
We got everything?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Is it too early to cheer?
No, it's...
Can we
Sam
delete
has,
that cheer out?
Sam, no, we can't, because it was a true reaction from a true Mark. So, if we'd have had Dan here, it would have been the same exact cheer.
Mark.
So tell me, how happy are you that Roman Reigns won and Brock Lesnar's now gone?
I'm super happy because I'm sick of seeing Brock Lesnar once every 3 months decide to wrestle. Comes out, bounces boobs, he sweats a little, Paul Heyman does all his shit talk, and then he goes bye-bye. And then he's never to be seen again until he decides, I think I'll be on this pay-per-view. I guess I can show my face.
So what you're saying is Brock's so awesome and he gets to make his own schedule.
No, I'm saying he sucks, and I'm glad he's gone.
So now you have
he can go
much lesser
he
champion.
He can go focus on his UFC shit and let Roman now handle having the title.
Shit. He didn't handle Finn Balor on Monday night. He had to have the fucking Shield reunite.
So before we get to Monday night, let me just rewind.
All right, go ahead. Yeah.
The SummerSlam match. I was worried in the beginning that it was going to be a complete Roman squash. I thought it was going to be like, oh my god, they're going to have him like...
Oh, in the very beginning?
Seconds.
Yep,
yeah.
because he was like distracted or something like that.
It was 3 fucking Superman punches, a spear or 2 right away. And then, so the match at least went a little bit of time. Bringing Braun in, and it pisses me off. Because in the grand scheme of things, I do think, there's some merit to the angle that they're in. But everything they're doing, every single decision they make is, we need to get Roman more over. Don't you think if he was that good, they wouldn't need to do all this to get the son of a bitch over?
So you think bringing Braun out was to get Roman over?
Braun was brought out so people didn't shit all over that match. There was talk, they didn't want people walking out on the match and pictures of that going on the internet. They didn't want tons of loud, boos. And they still got, you both suck. You both suck. You both suck. Because people pop insane for Braun. And I think he was used as a pawn. One of my favorite parts of the match, by the way, was when Lesnar grabbed the briefcase. That throw was
launched
insane.
It. That was a crazy
throw.
When
he threw it, I was like, oh my god, how did that not go? And he threw it perfectly straight.
It was a perfect straight line and hit
and broke the... I was like, was that planned?
Like, is Brock that amazing of an athlete?
Or
he can throw a perfect strike?
Were they like, we don't care if you throw it into the crowd and kill somebody, but he could have thrown it in the crowd like the time he ripped the door off and it went flying into the... So, I like that. And then it was just unfair to me, to the fans as well, to come out and Braun say, as soon as whoever wins this match, I'm cashing in. I saw Bill Simmons, who has the website Ringer. He was there. He's a big WWE fan. Brought his kid, WWE fan. And he said, people are saying, oh, the kids are happy Roman won. He said his kid was disappointed because he expected a second match.
Yeah.
And with Braun Strowman and Roman. I saw a couple different people say that. So I get that now that's going to be like the thing to use use Braun. And we can now talk about kind of like
the Shield reuniting. You're not the only hound around here. Apparently the hounds have come out, the Hounds of Justice, to take down...
Well, they're not the Hounds of Justice anymore, clearly.
So my thought is, how is this going to be played? Do you think it's just going to be played down the middle where it's just like they bring everybody out and it's just cheer for whoever? Or is it going to be where we have a semi-heel type Shield?
No, I mean, they act like a heel.
Right.
Braun, granted, he came in and, was going to cash in after a match, but he said all along, I'll cash into your face. He said earlier on the show he was basically, going to cash in, and Shield saves him. So before, when the Shield was saying, the Hounds of Justice, we're going against, the injustices. Well, now, to me, what they did was pure heel tactics.
So they're just bodyguards, essentially. Is what I'm thinking that. I did read that they're just acting like Roman's bodyguards at this point.
And to go back to your earlier point, this is why when we thought, all that time they were elevating Seth, he had all those matches the night on Raw, 60-minute Iron Man, got the IC belt, and we originally were like, all right, he dropped the IC belt. That's so he can go on to bigger and better things. Now, we just need you to help use the fact that the people like myself and others who don't like Roman do like Seth, and some do like Ambrose, to get cheers from it. This is why I don't like Roman. But everything is done to get him over.
Everything on Raw is done.
If he could get himself over with just his opponent, whatever, and not need to use other people's popularity, I'd be cool with it.
He has me over.
You wish he had you over.
Yeah.
Maybe. He can have me over. Whatever.
That's what I was done. Seth Rollins, like I said, I tweeted Nick the other night, and it was rage-filled, whatever, but the last segment had 5 wrestlers in it. It was Dean, Seth, Braun,
Finn,
Roman, Finn. And I was being kind when I said he was the 4th most popular of the 5. That night, and he's probably 5th most popular of those 5 wrestlers.
I'm sure it was.
It's just because Vince can't be wrong. He can't be.
Yep.
And he's got to the point where they have so much fucking money. If this happened, if Roman Reigns, and this should be the pull quote from this episode, if Roman Reigns was in the 1980s, they'd have pulled the plug on him within a month or 2 because they couldn't afford the beatings that they would have taken.
He doesn't have it. He's no Drew McIntyre, I'll tell you what. Or Samoa Joe. Neither of those guys can hold his, what's it called?
Jock?
His jock, is that what they say?
Yes.
Hold his jock?
Yeah.
That's a weird thing to say. Have you ever heard that?
No.
Oh, you can't hold his jock?
Jockstrap.
I know what a jock is.
Like Finn Balor, that monstrous elephant thing.
I don't need you to pretend you're cupping balls.
Speaking of,
I get it.
I don't know. This is actually not speaking of. She told me earlier tonight she was going to shove a pen up my ass.
Okay.
So?
In what context?
Like in a sexual context.
No, not really.
A pen?
It was like a
pen. And I was like, I'm going to be like an octopus and be squirting ink.
That's not a sanitary product.
It's not at all. I know.
I mean, maybe if she took a lighter to it first and
what?
Yeah, well, you take a lighter to
a
scalding hot pen up my ass. That sounds way better.
You take a lighter to a needle if you need
to quick
worse. Sanitize it.
It could be worse.
Not much.
Not that I'm putting needles anywhere in my body.
All right, let's hit up on a couple quick hitters here.
Let's go back to pens up the ass.
Yeah, let's go back
500, Alex.
It could be a stick.
Look, this is funny. I wrote down some things for us to catch up on in our personal. I put one for each of us. I put John can't listen for shit. Sam matches up with somebody on Bumble, and JLucky had a great girlfriend day on Sunday. Any of these topics interest anybody? Does anybody want to talk about any of these things?
Yeah, I'll talk about online dating. Sure.
Okay, all right, tell me.
Since you guys don't have to fucking worry about it, it's terrible. I hate it.
I told her the other day I would never. I don't think I would do it if I was single.
I'm on one website. You guys know it, Bumble. It's basic concept: swipe right, yes; swipe left, no. But on this one, you have to match up, and then the woman has to send you a message. If she doesn't, you'll never talk to her. If she does, you have 24 hours to respond. Yada yada yada. So there's actually a lot of good-looking women on Bumble, and then there's me, which is probably the problem. But so I've had very few matches. One, I think the chick might have been lit, drunk. I don't know. She messaged a few times. At first, I almost thought her messages were she wanted a booty call, which I don't even know this person. I just not in my thing to do.
It's
that.
not in your.
She mentioned she was drinking wine. I don't know. I'm sent me a message and was right away. It was yeah, I'm just sitting here drinking some wine, and I'm just she's probably at home sitting drinking wine. She wants to get fucked, and that's just not me. So I messaged her back.
Guy with his fucking morals.
I don't know.
Jeez,
I messaged
Maybe
her.
he just doesn't want to get a disease.
I messaged her back.
She instantly have a disease because she's drinking wine?
Maybe because she just wants to get laid.
That was I thought that would be it. So then she ended up not after I basically didn't show maybe didn't say something dastardly
That's the word of
yeah,
dastardly.
that's your word, yeah. You know, like I'll be right over. You know what I mean? So that conversation pretty much died. I was trying to be a normal, find like an actual nice person to like meet up, whatever. Anyway, the other person messaged me. I hate this thing with like people's fucking pictures. They're all strategic. Like you look like one person in one picture, and then you get the picture 5, and you look like fucking Quagmire. Like, I mean, I don't understand. Like,
what do you mean Quagmire? Like she looked like a guy?
Nah, the jaw looked like Quagmire. But
oh God.
But like, no, I don't understand because, and it's my fault because there's like 6 pictures, and sometimes I get through like 2 or 3, and I'm like, that's definitely it. I swipe right. I don't even read the profile. I guess I did on this case. I thought the first 2 were pretty damn good. Well, then when she messaged me, I did a full profile look, and the 6th picture was a fucking nightmare. I mean, I'm sorry, it was. And for me, I wasn't attracted by it. I know you thought it looked fine. I'll show it to you then, JLucky. Okay. And then I saw in her profile it said recently separated 2 kids. The 2 kids don't bother me as much as recently separated.
Recently separated means he like helped her write her dating
profile.
I'm
not jumping in on recently separated. I'm 35. I'm not jumping in and getting killed at this point. If you didn't
but you have a really slim set of circumstances here. You won't fuck her that night. You won't date her if she's recently separated. What?
She's on the rebound. Obviously, she's probably fucking whatever. Her mind's all messed up because she's recently separated. So she's didn't even put on there like she just put recently separated. They could be when sometimes you're separated and you end up getting back together and working things out. She didn't put going through a divorce.
Right.
I would have taken going through a divorce as further down the road than recently separated.
Recently separated means like there was a guy living here last week and now I need another one here or something like that.
Yeah, so I don't know. That was the other one. So it was the 6th picture Quagmire and the recently separated. Yeah, not a lot of luck for me on the online dating space. I need to meet you in person so I can judge an overall picture.
Well, let's see. He needs to go out. You need to go out some more.
I went out the other night, and I know who to go out with. I went out by myself.
Oh yeah, did I tell you that he went out by himself?
Yeah,
I totally forgot. Yeah. There wasn't much of a story. He just told me I went out and then I went home.
Yeah, and I was just like, I went out.
He stopped at Dairy Queen on the way home.
I had to stop by the Quaiding Club because I had to get my ticket for the whatever the hell you want to call it. Picnic. Yeah. So I had a drink or 2 there. Then I went over to I actually drove over to Beverly Hills, and I didn't go in. I sat here and I'm like, you know what? If I go in there, I'm that guy. I'm like, I'm not fucking going in. I'm not being the creepy guy that's there by himself. So I left.
Huh. What do you think of that? He wouldn't be the creepy guy.
Every time I see like,
do you think that makes him the creepy guy going in by himself?
Kind of. In all honesty, when girls go in and they see a guy by himself, it's kind of you really don't have desire to talk to him.
Okay. Well, then I applaud that.
I can't say that we consider creepy, but we do.
Maybe desperate.
Or just
lonely stupid. Or something. Fat and stupid,
there's
perhaps.
A reason why he's by.
He's clearly a wrestling podcaster.
There's a reason why he's by himself. So
doesn't have any friends. This loser.
It's sorry,
it could
man.
be one of many things.
We're away at a 40th birthday party.
Yeah, we don't approach.
Fat Al said he was going to come, but I know that if he was, it was like 3 hours later. So I was just like, fuck it. You know me. It was like 12 midnight. I was tired.
Well, speaking of 12 midnight and being tired, I think we're going to wrap up this episode here.
You had baller energy now that you're like.
Well, he didn't eat any lamb that night, so he wasn't.
Oh, it's the lamb.
It's the lamb.
Well, that was Saturday. I got up to golf at 6 a.m.
Oh yeah.
So I was freaking. So I golfed from like 6 to whatever. I actually did come home and I fell asleep on the recliner, but I was still tired. I was golfing, and I did to fill my carb requirement that day. Had beers to fill my. So all my carbs that day were liquid carbs. I used up all 20 of them on beer.
Nice work.
Yeah,
that's my kind of carb.
6 Miller Lights is 19.2.
Yeah. So what did you want to? Is there anything you wanted to hit up on, JLucky? Do you want to talk about your good girlfriend day you had on Sunday? I came home from work after working a full 9-hour day, and this place, you see it, Sam? See the recording studio?
Yeah.
Spotless. Completely spotless. She fucking scrubbed the baseboards on the floor. She scrubbed the vents, the air conditioner vents. She replenished my pop chip collection.
Most importantly.
However, they don't have your kind anymore. Now it's officially gone. You actually have probably the last 2 bags ever made in existence anywhere.
Yeah.
You can get them on the interwebs.
There was, the place, she vacuumed, she dusted, fucking dusted. Windexed. She was wearing brand new underpants.
Great girlfriend day I took as she had she had a good day hanging out with her girlfriend.
No, she was a great girlfriend that day.
It out.
She went to the gym, which I assume is for me as well. Yeah. So.
Or for somebody else, one of the two.
It could have been for myself, but it could have been for you
Finn
too.
Balor.
If that's what makes you feel better.
Yeah. But yeah, no, she had a good girlfriend day, and that's interesting to anybody out there. So speaking of out there, what?
I was going to say, what about the bag of mail?
Do you want to reach into the bag of mail? We're like 55 minutes into this.
Oh, are we? I was having fun.
All right.
We'll save it for anything. Let's talk about me and you lost the challenge.
Yes, that's where I was headed with this.
I was going to say, you better talk about that.
Yeah, JLucky is very excited that she won the SummerSlam Picks Challenge. She didn't just win, she won pretty handily. I think you had 7 right out of 13.
A lot.
And
I
had 4, and I think you had 3.
So that means they did a good job of mixing it up.
Yeah, I think you only had 3 right on the whole entire card, which is crazy.
Yeah, I was making out their picks. I wanted to eat 1,250 calories.
So that's the punishment?
Yes. For those of you that don't follow us on Facebook, which none of you do.
Yeah. We decided that the losers, because there can be only one winner, the losers would have to eat an incredible amount of food. And this is especially punishing because, as you know from earlier, Sam is trying to lose weight, and I'm trying to keep a hot person as a girlfriend, and she's just a girl. So any one of the 3 of us would have been very disappointed to eat that much food at one time. Unfortunately, the person who probably could actually afford to eat 1,200 calories is not eating 1,200 calories, and the 2 fat people are going to be eating monstrous amounts of food next week.
Yeah, with her metabolism.
Thank goodness.
Exactly.
It would have came right off. I heard her.
I am old. I do not have metabolism.
She was only doing 1,000.
Oh, that's right. But still, yeah.
Difference, remember?
But yeah, you're right. With her metabolism, it would have.
Right. Yeah. I heard earlier in the week she was going to try and get out of it with some dessert eating.
Calories are calories.
Yeah. Calories are calories in the grand scheme of calories, but not in like a punishment.
Why? It's even fatty.
Because the point of it was a 30-minute window. 2 pieces of cheesecake is 1,000 calories. That's easy to devour in 5 minutes.
Or a pint
Not
of ice
really.
cream or
Have you ever tried to? Well,
yeah. Oh wow, fat shaming. like.
Well, you looked at me. You looked at me the second I said it. I knew you were going to say that.
She's like, skinny people don't eat that.
She's like, you ever ate 2 pieces of cheesecake? Clearly, I have, ma'am.
But wait.
It was easy. I even came up, I was like, all right, I made a compromise. I looked up, like, I know you like chicken cheesesteak. Have a large chicken cheesesteak and, like, a medium blizzard. Right. Which I've had that meal probably before and worse.
But it would be almost impossible for me to eat that much.
That's the idea of the punishment.
Yes.
Yes, but see, you guys are like, oh, I can eat a whole pizza. Oh, I can do this. And then
but I don't do it.
But it's a punishment to you for the calories. It is not a punishment for you that you're going to throw up because you're eating too much.
I was planning on eating 4 Wendy's double stacks and 2 McDonald's double cheeseburgers. No bun, but it's still 12 patties of...
He's just going to sit here and eat like 12 patties of beef.
Beef patties.
You know how weird that's going to be next week when he does that?
Yeah,
and my plan is to eat half a stuffed crust pizza, which those stuffed crust pizzas are big and full.
Eating ice cream and blizzards is all fat, which is all you're eating is fat and cholesterol. You're not even eating carbs.
How the fuck could I eat a blizzard if I'm not eating carbs?
You just said I'm eating bunless burgers.
Yes, no carbs. That's my thing.
He's doing the punishment with the calories and no carbs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why wouldn't I have been able to do ice cream?
Do you know how hard it is to consume 1,250 calories?
Do you know how hard it is to eat that much ice cream?
It's actually pretty easy.
Maybe for you, but not for me.
When you eat ice cream,
I feel like you guys think. I mean, seriously, he's talking about eating stuffed crust pizza. The thought of that makes me want to vomit. But he's like, I could have polished off a pizza when back in the day.
Uh-huh.
I could never in my life ever polish
off a pizza.
Right.
A cheesesteak, which you already eat, a bigger size.
But to me, that is a punishment. The calories alone are a punishment.
How is it not a punishment? I'm eating 12 fucking patties.
But I can't physically eat that much.
Oh my god!
It's a good thing I won. Screw you both.
Yeah, thank God you won, or you'd have been bitching and complaining. Ice cream calories are so easy. Listen, the majority
whatever, but no, you still
the
get
majority of shit we eat is made up of carbs. I was looking at the calorie count. So
I know my son's diabetic. I know about carb counting.
Right. So I could only, if I did it with the buns, I could get away with 3.
Right.
I could eat, and 3 double cheeseburgers or 3 double stacks go down pretty easy. Instead...
Yes, but see, that's the thing. For you, yes, not for me.
I'm eating 6, though, instead of the 3.
But you're eating without the bun.
I think he's still going to get sick to his stomach. That's a fucking lot of
If you think it's so easy, how about this?
No, I don't think...
You eat
No,
the 12
I won this fucking bet.
She can eat the buns.
Fuck you both. I won the bet.
So next week, unfortunately, you guys are going to have to hear us. We're not going to chomp into the microphone. We're going to
do it before, take some pictures. We're going to take some
pictures and videos of us.
I think you should eat some on the podcast.
And maybe we'll finish up our meal at the start of the podcast or something. But either way, I know this doesn't do much.
And part of this, by the way, was also a half-hour time limit.
Yeah, we were supposed to eat it during
You're like, you gotta, like, obviously all of us, I mean, the normal person can consume that amount of calories in an hour, 2 hours, 5, whatever. But that was part of it, half-hour window. So you really have to eat those 12 patties you're putting down. For me, I'm having to put down a patty every 2.5 minutes.
It's a lot of food.
It'd be a lot better for you to take the bun.
I'm not going to eat the bun and blow my diet on top of eating 1,200 some calories.
Calories are calories.
It's not. No, if your son's that way, you know they're not, because sugar is metabolized differently.
Depends on but some sugar is good for you.
Especially for a man that all his girth goes to one spot.
Sam just double smacked his stomach like Kamala.
Some sugar is good for your body.
And you just Kamala smacked your stomach.
Depending on what kind of carbs you're
Obviously,
eating.
I'm proving it right. I'm down 10 pounds in a week.
Eat some complex carbs.
I'm telling you.
This conversation is complex.
Yeah, exactly. We need plugs. We need money.
I won, you both lost. Fuck you both.
Yeah.
Let's just end it like that.
Next time I see you eat and it's anywhere near 1,000 calories, I'm going to take your plate away from you and throw it.
Please do.
I've seen you eat a plate of nachos that are piled to the goddamn ceiling.
See, if it was nachos, I could do it, but you guys said it wasn't even enough.
I don't know. I would need it. The last time he tried to figure out the calorie count on the nachos,
he
sent it to me, and I was like, there's no way there's little. I'm going through I'm like, yeah, you didn't include the meat.
I totally forgot to put the meat in. If you guys are listening to us on a Thursday or later, can you imagine how awesome it would be to hear us on a Wednesday, the day after SmackDown, to just log into your computer and hear us on a Wednesday, a day earlier than everybody else? You can do that if you go onto patreon.com and search the Guerrilla Press. You'll find us, and with your support, you can get us a day earlier than all the rest of these fools. These hundreds and thousands of fools who've been downloading us every single week.
And you could get these fools another microphone.
Yeah, we could have a third. We could sound way better. This is why we're not gonna take this support money and just put it towards Sam's food. We're gonna put it towards a second microphone, so you don't have one mic in front of two fat people.
Wow, this is the second week in a row you called me fat.
Corrected myself.
No,
he called you fat last week.
No, you did.
No, I didn't.
You said there's 600 pounds. No.
And I assumed he was 300 of it.
Wow. Now when you sit here, the story changes. The story changes.
Wow.
Whatever format you're listening to us, this is the final week. If you are subscribed to the Tapped Out Wrestling podcast feed, this is the final week you will hear us. I don't want to lose you as a listener, so please hit the back button and go search the Guerrilla Press on whatever format you're listening. Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Podbean, Libsyn, whatever the fuck you're listening to us. Go to the Guerrilla Press and subscribe.
They all count, baby.
They all do count towards those numbers. Subscribe to the new feed and you will hear us in your ear week after week after week. Sam, what else do you have to add to the show? We will get to the mailbag next week.
Okay. I found some of those other signs that she had up at shows. There was finish on my face, finger blast me, face fuck me Finn.
Wow, that's not even clever. That's just...
For the revival, there was no flips, just fist me. I like that one.
That's pretty good.
There was, I think this is...
She didn't like that.
I think this is something to do with load, but it says Silver Bullet Club. But to me, I think Coors Light, but maybe it's because we're old. And the other one is, I guess she likes Bobby Roode. Another one she put was, come here, Roode. Boy, is you big enough. So... She knows Finn is, she's not sure if Bobby's big enough to her standards.
Well, apparently Finn's not all that big, from what our
I still have not noticed
his
junk. I have not noticed a massive bulge in his pants.
You need to take a look. I give you permission to just go on there. Not that you need my permission to look at wieners.
I looked on the pay-per-view, and
Well, he was wearing black trunks, and I'm telling you,
he had black like on.
Yeah.
But if he's that big, I feel like I still see it.
You might have really bad eyesight.
Yeah.
No,
really,
I mean, I know you have bad eyesight.
No. Wait.
Wait a second. What the f- just that?
Wild over here.
Thank you for listening.
John was looking too.
Thank you.
He didn't see the massive
I'm trying to
bulge.
sign off here, you fucks.
Wait. You didn't ask me if I have anything I want to add.
Oh, did you want to add anything, JLucky?
Wow, gosh.
Did you want to add anything?
Sit here
JLucky?
and you just cut me off.
Is there anything you'd like to add?
Yes, I do have something I would like to add.
Yes.
I want more questions in the mailbag.
Oh, all right.
That's a good point.
That is a good point. Actually,
I want to see tons and tons and tons.
questions directed to JLucky.
Yeah,
I mean, they also have to be directed at
There
me.
won't be any.
But...
Well, no, but
Yeah.
I get her point. I mean, there's lots of formats for you to go and ask two fat dorks about wrestling, but how many times can you ask
a real
female questions about things? I can't even imagine.
Maybe people want to ask two fat dorks a question.
They probably do. We've gotten questions the last week. We had questions.
I know.
There's questions in the mailbag right
but
now.
I want
We
to
just don't
see
have
a
time to get to
ton.
them.
Like, I want to open it and see a ton.
All right.
At this point, I'm slightly worried she's gonna open her Twitter account, which is at JLucky_Sunshine.
I think so.
What is the actual? It's at what?
I don't know.
She don't even know her own Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put her Twitter handle out there, and you might get some messages.
Well, she is tagged in all of our tweets
that are unpleasant.
Any episode that she's featured, I do tag her. So if you want to send questions, please don't send questions to her. Send questions to the wrestling dorks.
No, you can send questions.
TappedOutTGP@gmail.com.
Yeah, it's JLucky_Sunshine. Why the fuck do I know your Twitter handle and you don't? JLucky_Sunshine. I'm at the real SCAP, and you know what? If you want me to forward a message to her, just send it to me. That's fine.
Yeah, ask some questions. Fill up the
No
mailbag.
dick pics, please.
Yeah, not for either of you.
Don't. I mean, you can send them directly to her. You don't need to send them to me to be forwarded.
No, the point.
I really don't need.
I only look at fin bulges.
She won't even look at Finn's
fin
bulge.
bulges.
Well, actually, if you send her a dick pic, she'll only look at your abs and thighs anyway. So don't worry about it. Don't bother sending
Exactly. So you better have abs and thighs.
them. Yeah, of which I have none. So what the hell's going on? Anything else to add, you guys? I got nothing else to add. You guys kind of.
Well, gee, now you ask me. I already added my 2 cents. Thank you.
Good work. That's good work. We got our promos in. Sam's got a stunned look on his face. We will see you guys next week on an all-new episode of the Guerrilla Press.
Later.
Bye.